Hey, what's going on, my good Peach? Your boy PC Williams coming to y'all live on this great Tuesday night. And I got a very special, near and dear to my heart guest join me via Skype over there in H-Town, man. One of my all-time favorite dudes, man. One of my all-time favorite teammates. One of my all-time fiercest rivalries in practice. One of my good friends. One of the smartest guys I know, man. H-Town governor, soon to be. My man, the teacher and head and football coach at Scarborough High School in Texas. My man has promised me some big things coming soon down there. My man, Tim Parker, what's going on, Big Tim?
What's going on, man? What's going on, man? We out here just getting it, man, living a good life, man, and changing lives every day, man. That's all we about.
Hey, it's your world, man. I'm happy to be in it, man. But we're off the bat, man. Tim, I know you for a long time, man. Since we was kids, you always been the, Duval till you die, man. But out of nowhere, in what I think was 2012, you just up and left Duval for Houston, man. So what happened, dog? Why the sudden change? Why you left, man? What's going on?
Man, it was just, one of those things, man. I always love home, first of all. Boys get it twisted. I always love home. It was just one of those nights, man, where, I was chilling in my car with my wife, man. We was homeless, man. We started the business and that thing failed, man. All the savings was gone, and we was on the phone with her grandmother, man. And her grandmother's from New Orleans, and I always listen to people with wisdom. And she was just talking, and she was like, a lot of people living in Houston and making good money. And my wife was just impassive in conversation. But next day, I had rented a car from the Enterprise down there on the airport, and it was a Dodge Charger. And I was like, hey, we about to move to H-Town. And she was like, we don't know nobody. What the hell? I'm like, hey, we just gonna make it happen off the muscle. Hop in the car, we gone. And that was it, man. Like the Toyota Camry that we were sleeping in the previous night, we had to leave that on the side of the road because that was about to get repo. It was about a year behind in payments. So I'm like, hey, if we're gonna move somewhere and start a new life and do big things, we gotta leave the past behind. We got there, no home, no nothing, no job, nothing was promised to me. But that was when, I really got it off the muscle, became a man, and it's the best move I ever made, man. A couple of years later, we got our own home, about to close on the second one, hopefully, invest and really give people the blueprint out here.
That's what's up, man. It's no shame in that, man, because some people always think when you look out on TV and you see, Tyler Perry and you see all these guys like, oh man, he always had it good. Like some of the greatest stories, man, got some of the darkest, foundations. Like, Tyler Perry slept in his car. Look at him now.
Right.
Jimmy Butler was homeless. Look at him now. So
Yeah.
it ain't always, it was always a path set up for greatness. So the fact
Right.
that you to admit, hey, what I'm saying, I didn't just go to H-Town and live it up. I had to struggle a little bit. It didn't just come, easy like that, man. So I feel
Right. Yeah.
like these cats don't get that these days, man. So,
Right.
but anyway,
LTD Financial Services, by the way, man. That's how I got my car, man. It was a miracle. I convinced this lady to pay a $50,000 student loan, bro. And I got 15 racks. The percentages were garbage. 50,000, I only got 15 racks. I still hold the record to this day. But the 15 racks, I got a Honda Civic. Then I started working the Enterprise rental car where the former athletes work. Became branch manager in 6 months. That was a record. And, now we giving back, teaching and coaching the youth about how to bounce through this little thing we call life.
so she do student loans. Call your boy. I need help, man. I need help.
Yeah. Yeah,
But
man.
obviously you were legendary, athlete down here in Jacksonville, man. A Florida boy through and through. Now you in H-Town, you in Texas. You talk about the holy grail of football, man. Like football down there is more than life. It's religion. It's all they care about, man. And you've been a Florida boy, being in our athletic system, not being down there and seeing how serious they take football. How is there a comparison between Florida and because you think about recruiting, it's always Florida, Texas, California.
Yeah.
So you've been right there entrenched in two of the biggest, hotbeds of talent. So how would you compare the typical Florida athlete to the typical, Texas athlete?
Yeah, so Florida boys, man, we really got to get it off the muscle, man, because a lot of our coaches, they don't have them relationships with those college coaches like that. We're not abreast to all the schemes and stuff. We didn't have iPads on our sideline diagram and stuff, and so the intellectual side of the game here in Texas is very, very deep. Like you say, it's a religion, like, I mean, church attendance goes down when the real religion comes in football season in Texas. And Texas is in the Bible Belt. People love Jesus. They just love football a little bit more. You know what I'm saying? So that's, I mean, just the culture and the tradition of it. I think of guys like me and you, if we play high school ball down here in Texas, man, who knows where we went to college at, man, because they just have it seems like it's so many more opportunities, in terms of the athlete, the actual athlete. We all brothers, we all black, we all got that those genetics, you know what I'm saying? If you're looking for just raw speed and athleticism, it's Florida. But if you're looking for, because like we can't produce a quarterback like that in Florida, it's for a reason. Like these Texas, it's been 3 number 1 overall picks in a row from the state of Texas. That's Myles Garrett, it's Baker Mayfield, and it's Kyler. You know what I'm saying? So, because it's embedded in them, you know what I'm saying? So, I mean, raw speed, raw talent is the Florida boy, but just overall love and depth of the game and really out intellectualize you and, O lineman, quarterback, linebacker, those types would probably be a Texas kid, but very similar.
But you being in H-Town, period, man, you feel like when you think about the United States, think about Miami, LA, New York, those big markets like that. But I feel like over the years, man, people have really been asleep on H-Town, man. You know what I'm saying? We call ATL the Black Hollywood, but I feel like, H-Town, they ain't no slouch, man. Think about the music, the food, the culture, the sports. Like, why hasn't H-Town really been mentioned like that in terms of like the major cities in the USA? But like you being in H-Town, like give me some insight. What do we need to know about H-Town? What's special about being in H-Town? Just the culture, the music, all that.
First of all, we're the 4th biggest city in the United States. So, it's a lot of people that you don't really think that's from H-Town, right? We're very inviting. When I first moved down here, people from Port Arthur, people from all these surrounding places in H-Town really embraced me. We're all about love down here. And it's like very business oriented. We got the most Fortune 500 companies here than any other place in the United States. So we all about, when you think of Texas, you think big. But H-Town is called the city of no limits for a reason. Space City for a reason. NASA is down here. You got all these opportunities and young minorities really living their best life down here. I got homies that live in Oakland, homies that live on the West Coast. I'm about to get my second house. They'll never get their first house because it's like $750,000. Down here, I mean, it's like their dream home is 150 down here. I bought my first home for what, 156, you know what I'm saying? And it's beautiful. It's big, you know what I'm saying? We barbecue on the grill a lot, you know what I'm saying? So, I mean, I just think H-Town is the perfect blend. And I had opportunities to move to Atlanta. I got ties in New York, ties in LA, but I chose H-Town for a reason because it balances, like you said, the big city living with the low cost of living at the same time.
Well, you've been in Houston. You have really ingratiated yourself with that culture, and out of nowhere, you a Rockets fan. I'm assuming now. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, don't act like I wasn't years. Come on now, golly. All of a sudden I'm bandwagon. Come on.
Timothy, come on now. Come on, man. He wasn't always down with the get down, man.
I think if you look back at my Facebook history, I think around 2013, Dwight Howard-ish, is when I was, Dwight Howard. That didn't work out. But I think, I think around that time I was certified. I think I was pulling for him, and we're going to the finals this year.
Well, I brought it up because that's a segue into my next conversation. Houston Rockets are tied up right now with the Warriors 2-2. Deja vu from a year ago. Once again, 2-2. Real tight series. I think you add up all 4 games, 1 point, separated. So you thinking about y'all could have swept them by now. They could have swept y'all by now. But here we are, 2-2, game 5 tomorrow night in the town, man. So what does the Houston Rockets got to do this time around to pull this off?
I think the first 2 games we could have pulled off. I think we had a little bit too much of a focus on the referees, like the national media has stated. But I think we could have still pulled off one of those. It was hacking. Come on, you got to admit, man. They was freaking, it was like a football game out there. Jesus, come on, a couple of them calls should have been called. That's all I'm saying. Just a few. It was like 10 of them. Can I get four free throws? That's 12 points. That's huge. But nevertheless, I think you can't stop Kevin Durant, obviously. But I'd rather him scoring 2 than Steph and Clay getting hot and getting in rhythm. So you just got to throw PJ Tucker on Kevin Durant. Let him go 8 for 16, whatever he going to do. And just control Steph, control Clay, be physical with them, put him in pick and rolls, put him in ISOs, and I think we could steal one of these. We just got to win 1 game in the Oracle. They lost 2 games to the Clippers. Now, all of a sudden, H-Town can't beat them once. All we need is 1. I think we could close it down in Toyota Center Friday night. Friday night, we can close them down. Friday night. Friday night is the day. The day that the Warriors dynasty dies.
Tim, my heart says I know you. And you full of it. You don't believe that, Tim. But I will give you this though. It seems like you guys in particular have given Golden State the most problems. And it seemed like the game plan is real simple. Let KD be great. It's nothing we can do about that. Like Capella can't guard him hard. Like it's like we wasting our time trying to stop this monster. Because I remember like back in 2012, I'm like, KD good, man, but where's that next level? I feel like he don't found that next level, man. And it's like, let him have
it for him. I don't think he found the next level. It's just too easy, Pat. Come on, it's too easy. The reason why he could do all that stuff is because he doesn't have to deal with, these guys, you can't let Steph and Clay get hot. You got Iggy, you got all these different weapons. You got Draymond playmaking. Did he hit the next level, or is it that this situation is just too easy for him? See, we as fans, we want to at least be in the mind state that this dude is giving it his all. I barely see Kevin Durant sweat out there.
I feel like this, bro. Kevin Durant, do I think he has the nerve or the character to be a franchise leader, like a face of a franchise? No, because he's too thin-skinned, too sensitive. And if you go be LeBron James, you gotta answer those hard questions about just random stuff. Like, you know what I'm saying? I feel like he ain't got that. But on the court, give me KD. I feel like this. The man averaged 31 against your boy in them first finals on 55% shooting and foul trouble. So the dude, it's always been easy for him. LeBron can't even guard the dude. Who can guard KD? You show me out and I'll be quiet. So it's always been easy for him. Then going to Golden State, we get it. It was a weak move, but hey, whatever, man. You know what I'm saying?
All right, whatever. We can't brush that under the rug, Pat. Come on.
Okay, fine. Why are we mad? I feel like it was a weak move. You know me, Tim. I'm gonna call it how it is. It was a weak move because you had them down 3-1 and you ran and joined them. That's a weak move. But from a schematical standpoint, Tim, answer to this question. What didn't the Warriors have before KD? You got shooters, you got defenders. What didn't they have? That one guy that they say, you know what? Steph Cole, Clay Cole. Who got it tonight? That's how LeBron came back from 3-1 because Steph Curry and Clay got Cole, and they didn't have an answer for because Game 5, LeBron and Kyrie say, you know what? We're the 2 best players on this court. What the hell y'all gonna really do about it?
Right.
And With Kevin Durant, you have that guy. It's okay, LeBron, you want to go to war? They ice cold. Me and you, mano a mano. You go drop 30, I'm gonna drop 31 because I'm gonna outshoot you. So it's like it was a weak move, but so was LeBron playing with two guys he was drafted with. That was a weak move. Jordan inviting Dennis Rodman over to talk playing for the Bulls after the dude crushed your head for years in Detroit. That's a weak move. The Lakers getting number one pick with James Worthy. That's a weak move. You know what I'm saying? So whatever we've been doing for years, don't get mad now because Durant beat y'all at chess. Nah, bro, don't get mad now.
So when we talk about Kevin Durant's legacy, I mean,
okay.
I want to like the guy. I mean, we were born in the same year. He actually reminds me a little bit of myself in some instances. You know what I'm saying? Like, I want to like him. I really, really do. But, I mean, just it's something about joining a 73-win team after they beat you that just psychologically bothers me. Now, it may be one of them situations, because I look at Kobe in the NBA Finals, the first time he lost versus the Celtics, I go back and look at those highlights, then the Magic, and then when he played the Celtics again, some of the best basketball I've ever seen in my life.
Hands down.
Ever, you know? So, it may be one of those, but I knew Kobe was giving me blood, sweat, tears, all that. He really, really grinded for that. And I could tell.
That fifth championship, I would say, took about 2 years off his life, bro. Because the knee, the back, the age, them four Hall of Famers, that physicality, just you got Kendrick Perkins in his prime,
right?
In his apex, Rondo, like that was a tough series for him. So I see what you're saying, bro.
Right?
But come on, bro. Like the whole super team thing, it's been going on for a while. If we go really be honest about it,
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Magic, Kareem, Worthy, Nixon, Byron Scott, Jamal Wilson. You got McAdoo off your bench.
I mean, but that was a time when it was literally an arms race between. First of all, the game was a lot more physical, so you needed that depth. Guys wanted to play in LA because it was new. Yeah, Boston was physical. Detroit was physical. I mean, hell, we praise Michael Jordan for scoring them 63 points. His ass got swept, and he was our greatest player according to most accounts. You know, so I mean, that was an era where guys had to. I mean, and I know it's similar now, but come on, KD. Then there's a culture. When you think about us as a culture, who are our heroes? Like Muhammad Ali, after he fought George Foreman, the Thriller in Manila, one of the greatest boxing matches of all time. He pissed blood for 2 months straight after that fight. So when we think of our champions as a culture, we think of those sacrifices, putting it on the line, from Jack Johnson, right, to Joe Louis, right, to Jim Brown, right, to all of these legendary people that came from the great Grambling State University, Doug Williams, all these guys, man. These are guys. I mean, think Muhammad Ali pissed blood for 2 months. That took time off of his life. You know,
it was a weak move,
mm-hmm.
But I feel like, okay, was KD move a more weak move than what LeBron did? Of course, because LeBron, he did go to Miami. Dwayne Wade was already there. He brought Chris Bosh with him. Now you a 47-35 team, and you add LeBron and Chris Bosh. I think you a contender now, bro. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, it was a long shot because you didn't know if it would work. But either way, if I got LeBron, D Wade, and Chris Bosh, that's a hell of a start.
Right.
I'll start with that, and then KD go to a situation where he the best player on that team, Tim. When it's time to let your nuts hang, it's KD. Game 3, back-to-back in Cleveland. Super team or not, LeBron could have won those games.
Mm-hmm.
Super team or not, it was him and KD in the middle of the desert. KD said, "Look, LeBron, my 2 sharpshooters are ice cold. JR on crack. Iman can't shoot. Kyrie gone. Me and you, mano a mano." And he won. Mano a mano. He won. So,
okay, if they were in the middle of the desert, let's just say that KD had two guys helping bringing them water, and LeBron had guys having alcohol, and not only having alcohol, having their own drink. Well, I'm J.R. Smith. I'm gonna pour the alcohol out, even when you need it. You know, I mean, I mean, come on, like some of that. I mean, J.R. thing was amazing to me, man. Amazing. I still can't believe to this day that occurred. But you're right. I mean, I'm not taking nothing from Kevin Durant. Will he be a top 5 player of all time in the end, in your mind?
He a small forward. I can't put him ahead of Brian even right now because Brian's resume more impressive over Larry Bird. I I don't know, Dr. J. Hell, Kawhi Leonard still playing.
Right.
You know, so top five, three person, we can have a discussion. Top 5 all the time. He got some ways to go. You know
Yeah,
what
I
I'm saying?
mean,
Gotta go
if
do
I,
it somewhere else.
and I think, with that conversation, we got to frame the debate. If I'm talking about playground, like if we're in Rucker Park in Harlem, right? Me and my dad, we go down from Rochester to Harlem and we want to pick our top 5 players. Well, obviously, I'm picking Kevin Durant over Larry Bird if we go into the park. You know what I'm saying? But when it comes to that championship mentality, even though Bird only had 3 rings, the boy was tough as nails. He could shoot, and his playmaking, his vision was criminally underrated. Criminally.
Exactly. But we getting off topic here. We talking about your H Town dudes, your dudes. All right. Now, the elephant in the room is James Harden and CP3 have flamed out in the playoffs time and time again. Well documented, a lot of criticism. So tell me this: what would a victory over Golden State? Now, all those failures. If James Harden and CP3 pull this off, now what's James Harden and CP3's legacy now with this monumental upset on their resume?
First of all, for James Harden, man, it'll be huge for him. He'll go from that T-Mac thing where we don't forget about T-Mac because we was watching, but the youth, you talk to the youth, they don't even know who he really is. I mean, H-Town, they probably know because he played for the Rockets, but if we go to somewhere else, they might not even know. So, man, that'd be so huge for his legacy to pull this off. And bigger for Chris Paul. He's already a Hall of Fame point guard, but he's going to bring it back. I mean, for a pure playmaker, that's not like a shooting guard that's playing point guard like a Westbrook, but for the pure playmakers, it would be absolutely tremendous for them. It'd be tremendous for the game. It'd be amazing for the game because you got a guy that's playing the game the right way, and that's been playing the game the right way for so long, reaching its pinnacle. It would be amazing for the game, for sure.
Hey, I think me personally, with all the failures that Peyton Manning had, when he was able to take out Tom Brady a couple of times, like, I mean, yeah, you only had 3 girlfriends, but it was Beyonce, Halle Berry, and Lauren London.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So
yeah.
So James Harden, you had one championship run, but damn, you took out Golden State though. You know what I'm saying? That and him being a point guard, I guess a hybrid point guard, shooting guard, that elevates him, to AI company of like combo guards. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Guys, both things. So it'll be great for him. But if he lose, we still in that T-Mac, conversation.
Yeah. Right.
But anyway.
It's still funny. You remember that I remember Jeff Saturday pancaking Vince Wilfork for that first AFC championship. That was epic. Continue on.
Oh yeah, that made me proud. Like we go beat you, run like we not finna throw the ball. We go run right down your damn
field. Yeah, that was amazing.
Speaking of football, another segment to a team you love to death, to a fault, if you ask me. The Jacksonville Jaguars, man. You know what? If you could talk your way to a championship, y'all already a dynasty. Because every year I hear the same thing. Hey, I'm telling y'all, man. This a year. We got Nick Foles, bro. It's the time, bro. Honestly and truly, bro. In the NFL, you got windows. It take about 3 or 4 years to build a team. 3 or 4 years where you can kind of Okay, you're good, you're good. Then you have that window where it's like, all right, go out there and get it done. I feel the Jaguars are approaching that window. It's now or never, dog. That's just my opinion. You got Josh Allen, great pickup. Me personally, if I'm a Jaguar fan, I go get Nick Foles a weapon, a top-notch weapon, Hollywood Brown, somebody off the rip. But hey, the rich got richer. You got a great DN already in Ngakwe. You got Allen now, so that defense is loaded. You got Jawan Taylor. Him and Big Cam would be a great 1-2 punch at tackle, so that's solid. But what do you feel like with everything? Do you feel like you guys have the pieces now, or what? Or just you still feel like something's missing? What's going on?
Well, you mentioned Hollywood Brown. I think he's gonna be the best receiver in this draft. But hands down, that kid is explosive. But I don't know, man. I mean, that window is so real, man. 2 years, I think. It. I don't know about this Nick Foles, man. About him in the regular season. If he gets us to the playoffs, yeah. But him in the regular season, I just don't. I don't know if. See, it's easy being the side dude and whining and dining her when she feeling down. But when she upgrades you to being that main dude, and you got to pay the bills, you got to take out the trash on Wednesday. That's a completely different ball game. So
Yeah.
I don't know if he could be that main dude, man. That dude that you got to go to. Ain't no hiding behind Wentz no more. No more hiding. You're the man. Can he do it without the proverbial weapons, as you said? That's my question. I love my Jags to death, but I question this Nick Foles. I'm trying to be optimistic, but just think if this Nick Foles thing doesn't work out, we're 5 years behind the 8 ball again, just like we was with Blaine Gabbert.
That's why I always tell folks, like, if you miss on a quarterback, you set yourself back a couple of drafts, a couple of free agency periods. You just set yourself way back. So, like I said, Nick Foles came in and filled in nicely. Kind of easy when you got Alshon Jeffrey and Zach Ertz and, the whole crew with you. That's why I feel like you got to go get some weapons for him. Like, go get Hollywood Brown. Off the top, Fournette has a clean box to run in. Just on the fact you got Hollywood Brown on the outside, he'll threat every play. And you know that being down there close to him, you know what I'm saying, the kid raw, a Florida boy. You know what I'm saying? So
exactly.
But the issue to me with Jacksonville Jaguars is Fournette. It's his off the field issue. I mean, the dude is talented. We get that. We've been knowing that since he was in middle school, for crying out loud.
Mm-hmm.
But off the field issues, the weight issues, staying healthy, getting into fights and all that. I mean, bro, he went to jail for a suspended license. I'm like, bro, that's Duval kids type stuff. We go to jail for that. You know what I'm saying, bro? So you were certified Duval kid. Now you go to jail for a suspended license. Oh, you must not, bro. You know what I'm saying? So is he an issue, or dare I say, are you willing to trade him while he's still good, young, for some pieces, or do you feel like we've made our pick? He's our guy. We riding with him.
I feel like I was the most outspoken guy against the Leonard Fournette pick because taking the running back top 5 just historically has not been good. It's not good value because you can't coach some of these things that these big linemen and stuff have. He is a problem because of that reason, fact that we picked him and lost value top 5. He's a problem in the locker room. He's a problem schematically too. I mean, when you look at Zeke, you look at Le'Veon, you look at Gurley, they're multi-dimensional. When Leonard Fournette's in the game as a D tackle, 3 technique, 1 technique, I'm coming off the ball hard because I know this double team is coming. Versus a Le'Veon, I don't know how I'm gonna come off because if I come off too hard, it might be a screen. He might come out the backfield real quick. So just the whole wisdom of that pick and him being in there is tough for that reason, And Leonard Fournette is a problem. I love the kid. Don't get me wrong. He's a New Orleans kid. I know he's tough. You know what I'm saying? But me as a Jaguar fan, I see issues with it.
Hey, that's honestly, man, because a lot of Jaguar fans feel like, oh, he's our guy. But it's okay to admit that no matter how the game is changing with all these rules, the one position that's never safe is running back because
Right.
you can ball 20 times a game. You go there's no rule to protect you. You're gonna get hit low, high. Nobody cares. So
Right.
Wade and like I say, I'm a Cowboy fan. We took Zeke with the top 4 pick, but in my mind, I'm just hoping and praying that the kid is special enough to stay healthy and stay out of harm's way. Because the way he run, I'm concerned right now. Like, will he make it to year 8? Will he
Right.
even if we give him a contract? Will he even play it out? You know what I'm saying? So it's always a concern, man. So
Oh, you can forget about year 8. He ain't gonna last that long.
yeah, the
Wait.
way he runs, like I don't know. And Todd Gurley already got some kind of knee issue. He
Right.
just got paid. Not a Ram probably saying, "Hold on, did we ruin it? Did we jump to the gun too fast and pay that running back? Now he got a bad knee. You
Right.
never know, man. And it's so unfortunate because the days of Barry Sanders and Emmitt Smith playing for so long, it's like those days are just long gone, man. It's like nowadays, like once you turn 30, it's like, all right, time for your replacement, time for your new dude. But anyways, Andrew Jackson football, baby. Talk to me, Tim, man. Look, I feel like I walk around Duval, man. It rains this, Reebok that. Of course, all the private school kings, bowls, and UC and all that, man. But tell the people that don't know a damn thing about how dominant Andrew Jackson football was in the 2000s.
Oh my God, man! During our era, oh my God, man, it was the nightmare on Main Street. I don't know what our record was versus Reigns, but I'm sure it was over 70, 80%. We
Oh,
never lost to them.
never lost to them. We never lost. We
Yeah,
never.
we never lost to them. But every time I'm around this city, it's a lot of Florida boys here. They heard of Reigns, they heard of Bowes, they never heard of Jackson. And it irks me. It really does irk me. It pisses me off that we are so underrated. If you don't know about Jackson in its hey, when we were playing, it was some of the best football the city has ever seen. You could put like an all-time team of that 10-year period, and we'll wipe the floor with any team that you could put together in any other 10-year period. I'm sorry. I know it sounds disrespectful, but talent for talent, that 10-year period, you can't compare with what we had. I mean, just the amount of talent that we had. I think guys got to really go back and study the history, go into the archives, look at Channel 4 News and see who was running the 2000s. From 2000 all the way up to about 2011, nobody could touch us. Nobody
Yeah,
could touch us.
and I feel like it's like we the bad boy Pistons, and it's kind of like we don't got lost in
Right.
this conversation because Reigns and Reebok, and honestly, being honest, they have a more stronger alumni network to where they're more closely connected. Whereas Jackson, we got so many characters, man, so many things all over the place, man, and
Right.
so it's like we're not as together these days as we once were. But it's like 2000, 2010, bro. Unless you was Bowles, unless you played in Pensacola, you weren't beating us, bro. We
Right.
own the city, and I want you to get down to nitty gritty because we had the best O line, the best D line in the city, bar none.
Bar
You can
none.
you can debate receivers and receiving cores and all that, but D line, O line, it's not a question. You go find the baddest D line you can find from the eras, put against our O line. It's a wrap. Go get the best O line against our D line, 10 sacks. I
10
promise you, bro.
sacks.
Like, but give the folks a little insight because this ain't on camera of the battles that we had in practice, bro, with the O line and D line,
Oh
bro.
man, it was war, man. It was
Legendary, like last man standing battles, bro.
it was war, man. It was war, man. It was some of the best wars you could ever see, man. It's stories that we can forget, man, that just gets washed out throughout history, man. The board drills, the little drill where y'all stood under the fence and act like y'all was pulling and coming upfield, and the D lineman had to blow it up, man. I remember me and Big Larry got into a big argument about that one day. He like, Harp, all you got to do is blow it up. I'm like, motherfucker, I'm a sophomore. I'm dominating you. Shut the fuck up. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, I mean, it's like I mean, you, John Brown, even our senior year with Padilla and Curtis, but you was a major leader of that, man. Like, that right there, iron sharpens iron. You know what I'm saying? That's what try to tell the kids I coach to this day. Iron sharpens iron. You being your best helped me be my best, and vice versa. Them wars, I wish they taped some of them damn practices so they could see how real football is played. And I'm sure they did. And I'm going to find them. Them wars in them trenches is what made us 3-time district champs in our time. Oh, man. So them wars, even going back to down and dirty lineman camp.
We ran that camp. We ran that
camp. Tallahassee guy being them boys couldn't see us.
You talking about like down and dirty was like it ain't the local guys. Like we down there with Nice and Bowles and Lakeland. Like we in the same cafeteria as the Pouncey twins, and we come up in there. Like we got the respect. We got the respect, and these dudes going to Florida, but we come in there 9, 8, 9 deep. Like, oh, hey, hold on, y'all be quiet. We always ran deep, bro. We always ran deep. Like, hey, you're not finna catch us alone, bro. It's all of us, bro. And then like just the battles, bro. Like me against you on the inside, Juwan going against Tava. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Big Dookie, D'Angelo playing both sides, man. Like it was just like even in college, bro. They're like I want to get some great players, man. Mike Frazier, Chris Warren, some great D linemen I ever seen in my life, dog. And they would kill everybody. They're like, yo, Pat, man, how you block them? I'm like, let me tell y'all something, bro. Do you know who I blocked in practice every day? Do you know how many times I had to get down in my stands, bro, and look up and see this big freak of nature named Big Dookie in front of me, bro? Right. You know how many times I went head up with Tim Harper, dog, the human center block? How many times I had blocked Tom was way down there, bro? Y'all ain't never seen nothing like what I've seen, bro. I seen it all. Yeah. Every swim move, bull rush, I seen it all, bro. You can't fool me, bro. I just know it, bro. You ain't seen a block what I block, bro. Trust me. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And the cat I just named, you probably never heard of Big Dookie Hines where I'm from. But it's like come to Jacksonville, bro, between that time period. Was there a raw D tackle in the city name other than Daryl Hines? Probably his own damn teammate. You know, was there a better guard than me? Yeah, my own damn teammate. The best center, Juwan Mathis, the best tight end, the best tackles. Like we just had it all, bro. But
we had it all, bro. We should have. Man, I still had nightmares, bro. We should have won at least one state championship. Injuries, bro. Injuries, man.
And I was saying, yeah, bro. I ain't gonna lie. We had our ego, but rightfully so, bro. We was 2-3 year starters, bro. We had our minds right. We felt like this our year. Forget all of that. This our year, bro. Yeah. Forget that, man. But we just couldn't. Something about them damn Pensacola dudes, man. Just it's cursed, bro.
I think the main thing is we slept on them boys because for all that whole year, it was like y'all going state. Fuck everybody else. Well, I don't know if we curse on the show. Forget everybody else. You know what I'm saying? And that kind of, we didn't anticipate them boys was undefeated coming to play us. You know what I'm saying? They was undefeated, and it was just one missed tackle away, and they went state. You know what I'm saying? So I have nightmares. I wish there was a parallel universe for us to redo this.
To this day, bro, and I understand Alpha Morris had a great career. We lost to a great dude. To this day, bro, I'm convinced, bro, we still should have beat them boys.
Oh yeah.
Alpha Morris was nice, but I don't think he was a better running back in high school than Trev Pollard. I don't think he was a better linebacker than Brandon Houston or Lamar Johnson that year. So we should have beat them, man. But in your opinion, with the injuries and all that, and us not getting it done, the guy behind all of it, Coach Sullivan, like him not having that championship ring or having the championship pedigree like a Corky Rogers or someone like that, what do you think his legacy is, mainly here in Jacksonville, what he did with us for 10 years, overall?
Ah, man. What was the name of the Pistons coach?
Chuck Daly.
Chuck Daly, right? When you think of Chuck Daly, do you think of like a Doc Rivers, like a Phil Jackson, like a Popovich? You know what I'm saying? And it's like, he was so ahead of his time though, because he was busting in all these kids from West Side, South Side, North Side, all these places. Now Reigns and them doing it now, but Sullivan was ahead of his time in that. So I think Sullivan gonna go down as a underappreciated guy. Well, I mean, we know what he is. We know what he is. We know what his legacy is, and uh, it's important for us to continue to spread that. But Chuck Daly, bro.
That's man. And like I said, I've actually went and visited the Bowl School a couple times. Like, Corky the man, but I feel like could Corky coach us, bro? Could he handle all of our personalities and all of ours? Probably not. You
Right.
know, I probably think you put Coach Southern over there at Bowles with that hotbed of talent, all those resources, he probably had the same success that
Right.
Corky Rogers had. You put Corky with us, we probably killed the old man. You know what I'm saying? Because Coach
Right.
he
Right.
knew how to motivate. Like he'll see you. Coach Southern will see you at lunch and tell you something that he saw on film and have you pissed off the whole day. Like
Right.
he'll ruin your whole day at lunchtime, bro. It's like
Right. Right.
when I get to practice, dog, I'm gonna just lay Tauber out, dog. Because I'm just like I can't wait to get to
Right.
practice. I'm
Yeah.
like, oh my god, I feel so bad for whoever because he don't piss me off there, like. But just the
Yeah.
way he motivated us, dog, it was crazy, man. But
The crazy part, my dad played for Corky Rogers. He graduated in '83. And Corky wanted me to actually come to Bowles and play some nose guard. But I mean, them 3 rings wasn't nothing, man. The times that we had at Jackson is irreplaceable. So I don't even look at them 3 rings as nothing. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's something that the times we had on Main Street will forever go down in history and will forever be, what it was.
yeah, our legacy will never change, and it's a shame. It's criminal how under the radar we are nowadays. Nah, bro, we need us a ESPN 30 for 30. Is 2000s. We need that, bro. I'm trying to tell you.
Right.
On to the NC2A. Now, Tim, like I said, you one of the most smartest guys I know. I know for a fact, without even knowing it, that you researched this and you probably had debates on this with other people. Should NC2A athletes get paid?
Sure. Absolutely. You know why? My main reason? They
What?
took NCAA football. We can't play that game anymore because of that O'Bannon case. You know what I'm saying? Think of that. Think of how much fun we had playing that one video game. Kids today are deprived of that. They can't play March Madness anymore. Do we see any NCAA football games on the market? No, but because when we talk about continuing football and football ending, it's going to end because of lack of popularity. You know what I'm saying? And because people are finding all these ways to end it. So that's one reason, just the popularity of it all and how it impacts things. Also, I mean, just think of the value that they bring to the marketplace. How much college football alone made like $8 billion last year alone. $8 billion. That's ridiculous. I
Right.
mean, $8 billion. Like, you have multinational corporations advertising on TV, paying millions and millions and millions of dollars. I'm not saying pay the kids $1 million a year or something crazy like that, but a little stipend, would work out good. Just a solid stipend during the season, $5,000, $10,000 a month, just something to circumvent all of this illegal money that's flowing in. Gambling is legal now. You know how
Right.
many cases are about to pop up now? These gamblers. I don't think people really visited Vegas and seen a true gambler and how professional and shrewd they are. Or came to Texas and sat down at a blackjack table and sat down with a real Texan with the cowboy hat on that's about his money. Like, you got to see the money is going to flow to the athletes one way or the other. So it's important for us as advocates for football to be ahead of the curve instead of behind the curve.
Right. And I spoke on this on the previous podcast, on one of my solo podcasts, and I said I'm all for paying the athletes, but you have to weigh the pros and cons.
Right.
If you start paying these athletes, then the NC2A, now they control the playing field. Okay, now we paying y'all, no more full scholarships, no more free dorm, no more free food. You gotta pay for your own books now. No more, no more handouts. So you grown. So you
Mm.
gotta pay rent, utilities, and all that. So my thing is, if you pay these athletes and the kid comes in out of Texas, 5-star recruit, top of the food chain, right? And you paying him, but he sucks.
Yeah.
Now, instead of saying, okay, let the kid be patient, let him develop. Now it's like, oh no, we paying you. You're cut. So now it's like no more walk-ons, no more underdog stories. Like, so if you start paying them, now the NC2A said, well, you know what? The NFL got a salary cap. Now we got one. So how you dividing the pie? Are you going to pay the star quarterback the same thing as the walk-on DB with 3 kids at home? You
Right.
know what I'm saying? So how you dividing the pie? So now it's like, okay, the quarterback getting this much, I'm still broke or whatever. So I feel like it will create an even bigger mess. But
And you're
how do
right.
you
You're
maneuver
right.
through that? Like you saying, give them a stipend. You know what I'm saying? So how would you maneuver through that with all those cons being a particular like a potential problem for you?
Yeah, I mean, those are issues. I'm not gonna say that they're not, but as is, in the MLB with the Yankees, as it is with the Packers, as it is with the Patriots, the Cowboys, the real true programs will stand up and continue to be at the top. Because I mean, just think like University of Texas, how much money did they make last year? Outside of football, just period. Just people, donors that they have putting money in. You know what I'm saying? So that's gonna be an element. And I think we could fix that. I think we could fix that. I mean, I think it could be a scholarship and a stipend like hybrid, as you would say. You know what I'm saying? I don't think it could be all or nothing, but I just think a lot of these schools got too much money anyways. Just think of it like this. Just think of it like this. If me and you go into business and you put $40,000 to be in this business with me, and the business fails, normally me and you would share some of the responsibilities. But in college is the best business to go into because I could take your $40,000. And if you fail to get a job or you fail in real life, I still win. I share none of the risk. So these colleges are getting that a lot. A lot of these college kids ain't even getting a job out of school. They got 20,000 people on their campus. All of them gonna end up paying 40,000. I think they can afford a $10,000 stipend, especially for something like football that brings so many fans. Anyways, they're gonna make that back in concessions.
Right. And I feel like the thing that upsets me is this. When it got to a point where the NFL draft to me, it offends me more year after year because prime example, Joe Mixon, you know what I'm saying, hit somebody his freshman year in college. It was wrong. He got arrested, paid his debt to society, changed man. He go out there, back-to-back 1,000-yard seasons. You make millions off of this kid's name, his likeness. Then when it's time to draft him and he take care of his family, now all of a sudden, well, back in 8th grade, he punched somebody. Like, really, dude? Y'all going way back to do that to the kid? Jeffrey Simmons. You
Right,
going back to a high school fight video after you don't made all this money off of that kid's name. Now
right,
when it's time for him to get paid, oh, a fight he got into in 8th grade is a problem? Come on, okay, Baker Mayfield ran from the cops, or he tried to. You
right,
know what I'm saying?
right.
He still went first overall. But Joe Mixon made a mistake way back when. He get punished now. I don't get that. Every year it pissed me off. It's like, come on. It was okay when that kid made you millions of dollars and won you championships, but now it's his turn to get paid. You want to bring up all these old videos and you don't pay him already. I just feel like, what is the NFL draft? What is all this crap, man? As beautiful as football is, I feel like college football is turning the country into like they pimping these kids, bro. Like I'm gonna get I'm gonna get a Ferrari for free. I'm gonna wreck it, and you pay for it. You know what I'm saying? Something like that. And I feel like it's disgusting, bro.
And you know what? This is a hot take. People gonna be pissed off when this video leak hearing me say this. In fact, I'm thinking I don't want to say it, but I'm gonna say it anyways.
Okay, sports though. You gotta say it.
Whenever there's a kid that's thinking about going to college, I may have coached them in middle school, whatever, right? High school. I always say, remember Lattimore from South Carolina. Remember that. Don't forget that. Because Lattimore would be a multimillionaire right now. He gave his all to South Carolina.
Right.
Running them. And now when he gets to the NFL, like them scouts say, he ain't got no more tread on your tires. You know what I'm saying? Remember Lattimore from South Carolina. A lot of those kids don't remember him. They got to Google him and see, you know?
Right. Oh, trust me, anybody that really know this game know that kid, it wasn't right. He couldn't catch a break, man. But for him to have no kind of like, no, it's like that's the other problem. These kids know getting hurt permanently in college, and it's like no other way out, man. Something has to be done because the NCAA, it's like every year they just. I mean, I don't even check the ratings, dog, but I feel like they just shit on the NFL ratings. Like it's like CBS getting money, like CBS, Fox now with the Big Ten and Big 12. Those two contracts, the ESPN with the national. Then you got halftime performances now. It's like, bro,
the Bowl, Rose Bowl, all these different bowls.
The Rose Bowl itself, that's $1 billion right there. That's $1 billion right there, bro. The Rose Bowl, then the Fiesta Bowl, championship game. Oh my God, whatever.
It's crazy, man. I think they can afford a $10,000 per month stipend.
Y'all can get a kid get a brother something. Get a brother something.
$10,000? Y'all made $10 in the first game.
Boy, Tim, now we come to the real reason I called you on the 1K Sports, Tim. We have battled for years and years and years and years on this damn topic. It's time to put it to bed, Tim, because I'm sick and tired of your damn indecisiveness. You was Team Bron one minute. You was Jordan. You always been Jordan. You insult Kobe sometimes. Then you praise him sometimes. Tim Harper on 1K Sports Uncut 360. What the hell is your real thoughts on the conversation, particularly MJ, Kobe, and LeBron? The flow is yours.
Oh, man. On the spot, man.
Tim, you better tell the truth. Better be real.
Tell the truth, shame the devil.
Hey. Talk to me.
MJ, Kobe, then LeBron.
Why?
What changed me was when I saw LeBron pulling up to a game with wine. I was like, what the hell? With wine in his glass. You gotta be freaking with wine, and you you cannot give a damn less to come pull up to an NBA game with wine. And this whole, I know the Laker thing is not supposed to affect his legacy, but it does. And the reason why it does is you got guys like me vouching for you, saying where you should go to win a ring. You had Philly, Houston, we wanted you. And that's probably why I'm so hurt. Houston, we really could have used you. But no! You go to this crap show in LA, no offense. And now, look at what the hell you got yourself into. Decision-making alone has dropped Bron to number 3. Kobe's number 2. Kevin Durant's coming.
Kevin Durant's coming. Tim, are you speaking to me? Now, this is your real feelings. This ain't emotion because he ain't coming to H-Town.
I'm definitely a displaced fan, but I think the wine in his glass, pulling up to a game with wine, you don't give a damn. And God knows if it was Ciroc or something in there. Now, I've heard stories about Ron Artest drinking alcohol during halftime. That's Ron Artest. You are LeBron freaking James pulling up to an NBA game, fighting for a playoff spot with wine.
Hey, that's your boy. Hey, what? DMS on belly. That's your man. That's your man.
Now,
But look, man.
maybe next year he goes to the playoffs, makes a run to the finals. Maybe it's all forgiven. Can LeBron attract anybody in free agency? Anybody?
The thing is, bro, everybody's starting to see his BS. And LeBron's a good dude, but he can be a snake of a teammate sometimes with the way he can be passive aggressive. Like, and you know that's him. That I hate that. I hate that shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? Don't be on no passive aggressive cryptic BS. And
Yeah.
Brian Windhorst, who you know has covered LeBron since high school. He said this sums LeBron up for me. He's really great at starting problems and horrible at taking accountability for them. And I feel like that's LeBron in a nutshell. He can start all the drama, then when it blows up, I don't know, man. The whole AD thing, LeBron could have squashed all that with a press conference. And say, look, these are my guys. I don't care. I don't make those kind of decisions. I'm all in with my guys.
Right.
Who was in the fourth seat when I got hurt? Why would I want Lonzo gone? Why do I want? And then the trade go down. Then okay, I don't know. But go out there and say, look, man, I ain't gonna do with that. If y'all get traded, I ain't on that. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But he, oh yeah, I would love AD. I want AD. You don't say that. You don't say that. No.
Right.
You don't.
That was bad PR.
You don't say that and then have dinner with him, and then all of a sudden AD coming out, I want to trade. You mean to tell me soft-spoken AD decided for himself to come out and say that? No, LeBron. That was doing the man said. You had a dinner at your house. Probably had Jay-Z there. Say, you know what, Anthony Davis, be a part of our mafia family here. Go out there with not a kid can't even walk the streets of New Orleans, dog. You know what I'm saying? You know how New Orleans is. Yeah. That man life in danger right now. You know what I'm saying?
Legitimately. Yeah, you can't even Bourbon Street, none of that. You shut down. Down. You West Jeff, you know? Nah. Tennessee, he's done.
You can't Baton Rouge, dog. You can't go to Baton Rouge right now, bro.
You know, young boy and them boys to get you know?
But Tim, like, I feel like Bron, MJ, and Kobe, when you take away the big man, because you think about the NBA, it's a big man league.
Mm-hmm.
You know, Kareem, Shaq, Wilt, like, all those guys are top 10 guys, however you want to slice it. But we talk about take the big man out of it, it's these three. And you can say MJ changed the game. He dominated a more difficult era. LeBron, the all-around game, the way he made the NBA more pro player. Kobe Bryant, the skill set, the mindset, the adversity. Because playing with Shaq, to me, playing with Shaq is a gift and a curse. Because Shaq in his prime, you're never gonna get that credit. You're never gonna get more credit than Shaq in his prime.
Right.
So that was more of a burden to Kobe.
Right.
It's like, hey, I didn't ask for this. Like, Shaq on my team, I didn't ask for this. Like, I gotta ride my wave. You know what I'm saying? So I have MJ, Kobe, and Bron. So I have Tim Harper on my.
I have MJ and Kobe a little bit closer than you think, because when you said tough era, I think because Kobe, look at them killer shooting guards he go against, T-Mac, AI, all these guys. You know what I'm saying? Like, these guys were like, see, Jordan came ahead of his time. He didn't have a peer like him. What's the shooting guard that could compare to Jordan back then? Don't worry, I'll wait.
No, hold on. Maybe Clyde Drexler.
He was too old back. He was too, like, when we talk about that Portland, Clyde Drexler, man, he had the balding head and everything back then. He wasn't as athletic. Injuries had caught up, but that's the closest. I don't think Clyde Drexler, you put him against a T-Mac or AI, it's a mismatch. That Clyde Drexler. I'm not talking about Clyde Drexler in his hey. I'm talking about that one.
Well, he really didn't have no rival like that at that
Right.
position. It was
Because
a team.
right. He changed the game so much that he didn't really have like LeBron has a rival and it's KD. Kobe had rivals. You know what I'm saying? Him and T Mac used to go toe to toe all the time. You know what I'm saying? So, and even when you talk about him in the finals, he had to go against Reggie. You know that first one. He had to go against AI, the second one. He had to do a great playmaker in Jason Kidd. He had to take up that defensive matchup. Orlando, he didn't really have a matchup, even though Petrus was young and is a good defender. But then, he had to go against the big three. He had to go against two elite two-way wings and Ray Allen and Paul Pierce. I really wouldn't call Ray Allen an elite two-way, but with the presence of KG, that made their defense much better. So,
and not to mention Rondo at times would take Kobe just to
yeah, he was a tough defender.
Yeah. So I'm glad you finally. Now I don't know because knowing you, Tim, LeBron come back next year, and you down there with him at the damn parade. For all I know, man.
Hey, we're gonna have to do the show again.
I don't know, but me and you ain't have this convo again. You told me on 1K Sports. You told me on 1K Sports you got MJ, Kobe, and LeBron. This is being recorded, Tim. You try that BS, man. I will ruin you. You told me on 1K Sports. Kobe and LeBron. So LeBron can win everything from now on. I don't care. I got you on camera. We wind down here, man. So I got a few, fun random questions for you. You off the hot seat, man.
All right, I'm off the hot seat.
But y'all better be going state while we'll call you back. So tell me this, Tim. You obviously one of the greatest D linemen I ever played against, man. Easily college or high school. But give me your top 5 D linemen of all time.
Ooh, that's a good one. Ooh, because it's so much more passing now. Obviously, you got to go with Lawrence Taylor, number 1, because he changed the way left tackles get paid. Then me as a Florida boy D tackle, I got to put Warren Sapp, number 2, because initially I wore number 99 because of him, you know what I'm saying? But I had to change because Sullivan wanted to play me on offense. Number 3, I would have to say, I'll go Texan. I'll go Von Miller because he's just so athletic. Oh, my God. And his pass rush moves are crazy. Number 4, we got to go Julius Peppers because his combination of athleticism and size and that basketball stuff is crazy. And number 5, I got to go with my favorite D lineman of the day. If I was growing up during this guy's time, oh my God, this dude is the best interior pass rusher I've ever seen, Aaron Donald. Oh, whoa, what? I thought, what?
The best interior pass rusher you ever seen,
Aaron Donald. This dude is crazy.
How you shut out Warren Sapp, then insult him? And what the hell is hold on? What the hell is John Randall?
I love John Randall's from Texas too. I like John Randall. He's from Texas too, but I'm just saying, Aaron Donald, man, this dude just changes the game on he's the best pass rusher from the interior I've ever seen.
You live in Houston, Texas. Do you want to add JJ Watt for your house sake?
I like JJ. He might be number 6 or 7, but recently injuries have caught up to him. He had a great run, but I just think Aaron Donald's run will last longer because he's more athletic. He has a better center of gravity, and he won't get chop blocked as much, which is what's killing JJ. Them chop blocks catch up. You can't chop block Aaron Donald.
Maybe I'm still hurt. My Cowboys and the Rams. So maybe I'm hurt still. And I gotta see some more from Aaron Donald, man. I
Oh,
mean, I've seen a lot, but Warren Sapp, baby, hell, John Randall, Bruce Smith, I don't even know about that. It's a good conversation,
yeah.
but
I think you got to go back and look at some Aaron on all 22 film, man. Aaron Donald, man, this dude, man, his combinations are just sick, man. Like,
and I agree. Like when I was playing, and you know this, I couldn't stand it going against guys like him, cause like I gotta get low, I gotta be perfect. If I'm one step too late, it's a wrap. One
right.
step too early, it's a wrap. It's crazy, man. But I see a point because the kid, his career arc is
Yeah,
amazing.
yeah,
He's still young. Well, he's like under 30, right? He's not even 30
yeah,
years.
yeah. Under 30. Let me check.
All right. You in H Town now. They say everything big in Texas. Now you a big dude like me, so you gotta feed the beast, man.
Uh-huh.
I would love to come visit H Town one day. So give me the top 5 restaurants I have to try when I come to H Town.
Oh, Killen's Barbecue.
Killers.
One. Killen's Barbecue. Killens. That barbecue, man, it's so tender, bro. Number two, number two, I go with Mickey's Soul Food. The mocktails is something to slap somebody for. Number three, This Is It Soul Food. That's right there by TSU and University of Houston. Like when you go there, you just feel like I feel like I'm back in the 1950s meeting with Dr. King and the NAACP. It's amazing in there. Number four, Frenchies. You got to try Frenchies, man. That's a fried chicken joint that a brother made from New Orleans, man. That best chicken you could ever get, man. And number five, I don't want to leave nobody off. Number five, let's see. Number five, I don't want to leave nobody off. You go to Papa Do's seafood.
Okay, now I've had Papa Do's and ATL. Believe me,
Houston, though, this is different. Yeah,
it's different in Houston.
yeah, for sure.
All right,
Yeah.
all right. Also being in H Town, I know, like I said, your intellect is a different level than most intellectual people. So I would say who are the top 5 people, like athletes from Houston. But I'm gonna ask you a more cerebral question, make you think a little bit. Most top 5 influential people.
Mm.
Yeah.
Ooh, man.
I know number one. I know number one. So give me two through 5.
Who's number one?
Well, Beyonce, of course, right?
Okay, I give you that. Number two, I guess I give you that. I could debate it, but whatever. Number two, got to be James Prince, man. Just from leadership and just from who he is as a man. Like when you're around him, you feel his presence and you really feel that respect. You know, everybody from anywhere just respect this dude, man. Number three, I would have to say, man, that's a good question too. God damn. A hell of a question. Number three, I would have to probably say Willie D, even over Scarface, because Willie D, Uncle Willie, he just he just he's just so inclined politically with his people, and he just never sold out, and he's always making it happen. You know what I'm saying? Number four would be Screw, DJ Screw. I think
Oh,
people don't know about Screw is he got it from the muscle. You know what I'm saying? Like this dude, he died, man. He died grinding. Like he got over 10,000 CDs and tapes, and he made Houston hip hop what it is. There would be no Houston hip hop without him, and so many other people would be impacted without his presence.
it's not, you can't mention Southern hip hop without DJ Screw.
Right,
Forget you can't mention Southern hip hop without DJ Screw.
right. Such an important ambassador, and you know, it sucks that we had. It sucks that we lost him. You know what I'm saying? Then number five, talking about Houston. Once again, you've been asking some good questions. I don't want to leave nobody off and be disrespectful, but number five. I would have to go with. Damn, and I don't want to be disrespectful. Not him. I ain't gonna choose him. Not him. I ain't gonna choose him. I am going to go with my boy Booker T. He's from Houston. Booker T. Because who he is as a person and behind the scenes is great. Look at the wrestler name that he chose, Booker T. That's one of the greatest African Americans of all time, man. And my homeboy, he was his uncle, man. This dude, like, is so woke. And I just wanted to throw his name out there and give him some credit because that's one of them people that people don't realize that can shape a lot of stuff behind the scenes. You know what I'm saying? So I'm going to go with my dog, Booker T.
Dang. And you know that's one that most folks wouldn't have said because you could have easily said Bun B. You know what I'm saying? Like that. You know what I'm saying? But to go Booker T is like they really don't know. You know what I'm saying? What this dude like personally, what he's been through in his life, what he does behind the scenes. Like we see the personality on wrestling, but as you get older, you realize, man, a lot of these guys, bro, they do a lot outside the ring. They have like real community stuff they do. Like the real dude Kane, the dude that plays Kane.
Yeah.
Like this dude, like some kind of like real estate tycoon. When I heard, like, you know what I'm saying, like smart as hell. I'm thinking like, hold on, Kane.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Fire Kane.
Yeah.
Real estate tycoon. You know what I'm saying? Like
exactly. Exactly. Lecrae is another one that I forgot, but Lecrae is Lecrae, the Christian rapper. Lecrae, he's another one, but I'm gonna stick with my list.
So we had Beyonce, because wifey would kill me if I ain't say that. In this household, bro, it's God, Beyonce, and then me and the kids. So I have to say Beyonce because if it came down to Beyonce concert and our marriage, I'll be a lonely man.
And them Beyonce concerts be the truth too, man. Like,
oh my God, bro.
They the truth, bro. I can't even hate, bro. Like, I ain't even one of them type dudes, man. But she's special, bro. She's special.
Anyway, all right. Well, last question.
Mm-hmm.
One song for your life. Beyonce, Whitney Houston.
One song for my life.
One song for your life. Your funeral song. Who was that? Tim Funeral singing "Amazing Grace."
Woo! Oh man. Whitney Houston was my favorite growing up, bro. But then the H-Town in me, I can't go off Beyonce.
Oh, come on, Timothy. You a Florida boy first, man.
Whitney Houston. Whitney Houston. All right, Whitney Houston.
I got it.
Hey, take that part off the tape. I don't want this to go public.
But still, you ain't signed no forms, man. So I own this footage. I own you, man. My friend, we have come to the end. Always a pleasure. I'm sure I'll debate you tomorrow on something that we talked about on here too. Yeah. but best regards to you and the lovely wife, man. Good to see y'all still kicking it. Hopefully, we'll have us a new Tim Harper or Timothy Hurd or something like that. I don't know. Keep doing your thing down there, H-Town, man. I definitely gotta get down there and get some of that barbecue and what you said. This is it.
This is it. All that. We're gonna go. We're gonna swing around and we're gonna make there's some restaurants I ain't missing. I'm gonna keep them as a surprise though, you know. It's going down.
I don't know how you live, but I ain't got saved yet. I heard y'all got some nice strip clubs too. I don't know if you saved, but I ain't.
We'll take you around some of them. We're gonna get you right.
I need good food. I need strippers. I gotta meet Bun B.
Yep.
I need me a grill. Those 4 things. That's it, man. But until we meet again, thank you, my dog, for being on the show.
Yes, sir.
Now we're tuning in. It's 1K Sports, y'all. Uncut, unbiased, unfiltered. Tim Harper, y'all. Living legend. Take us till we die, baby.
Yes, sir. Show.